The second thing is, how do we do it? And talent, the notion of talent, is bandied about in ways that I find offensive. It seems to me that I've crawled over glass to get to where I am with this instrument and this voice. I've sacrificed. I've spent hours doing this work. You know, Mozart, maybe he had 10% more aptitude than the baby in the house next door, but he was the son of the best and most revered music teacher in Europe. By the time he was 6, he had his 10,000 hours. So I think that talent is the excuse civilians use to excuse themselves from having to do the work that we do. I'd love to play music, but I just don't have your talent. You know, I have to really bite my tongue. And when someone tells me how talented I am, instead of going through the litany of things, do you know how many hours, days, months, years I've spent doing this? Do you know how many marriages? How much time with my children I have lost? Do you have any idea the financial cost of the roads not taken? Instead, I just say thank you. And repeat that litany in my head. The notion of talent is a very dangerous thing. I consider it an opiate, a dangerous mirage. It's like you're lying on a bunk underneath a store in Chinatown somewhere on dirty sheets in the opium smoke haze, thinking, tomorrow I'll play better. That's not how it works. If anyone can meaningfully say that talent exists, what they're talking about is the work done, the time taken, and the attention paid. Talent is 90% discipline. But we call it playing music for a reason. If it brings you joy, it won't feel like work. But there's work involved. And in order to play, we have to work. Right? So honor that in your day. Every day. Spend some time working and some time playing. And it's good to sandwich that work time on either side of the playtime. If all you do is work on an instrument, you're always going to be at the edge of what you know, and it's going to get frustrating, and you're going to stop playing. It's possible. If all you do is play, you'll make the same mistakes 30 years from now that you're making today. So, a little work on something you can't do, play, and then return to that thing before you put the instrument down. With whatever music time you have in a day or a week. A little work, a little play. Eventually that work time will infect, it'll inoculate your play time, and you'll be able to do things on the instrument or with your voice you couldn't do before. But a little work and a little play, man, that's it. It's good to know how your brain works in terms of what we do in order to do this work. And brains make a pattern of the world, and they operate on that pattern until something violates it. This is why you can drive 100 exits down the interstate, and until some idiot drifts into your lane on their cell phone, you don't know where you are on the highway, because nothing has interrupted the pattern in your brain. And your brain goes like, there's no new information coming in. And your brain goes, I'm going to think about paying my phone bill. I should call so-and-so. I'm going to, you know. And all of a sudden, you know, your life's at risk, and your whole brain comes away and says, wow. And then you wonder, have I missed my exit? But your brain encodes not what we hope for, but what we do. And so if you play it wrong, you encode it wrong. So if you're stumbling over something, a piece of music, stop. Slow down. Figure out what the problem is. Sort it out. Then work your way back up to speed, and then drop it in context to the tune. Try it again. You can't actually break a bad habit. This is the news from brain research. We don't break habits. So what you have to do is consciously send your neurons down a new pathway. Not the one they want to go down. And they really want to go down that one. It's all lined up. The lines are painted on the highway. It's ready to go. You have to bushwhack to new territory. And very carefully send them all down. No, over here, over here, over here. Road closed. And eventually weeds will grow up in the old pathway. And no neuron with any sense will go down there because it's dark and scary. They might get mugged. They're going to go over here where all the other neurons have been going. And then the brain will take that old pathway and recycle it. It'll become, there'll be no input going down there. And they'll say, oh, we can use this again, and it'll reuse it. So instead of trying to break a habit, make a new one. And this works for instruments, it works for alcoholism, it works for, this is what we do, this is how brains work. And it's good to know how brains work. Most of us have one. Making music is a very physical activity. And how you use your body will completely influence the sound you make. So you can watch all the YouTube videos you want of somebody playing guitar or doing a skill you'd like to learn. But you have to know that YouTube is not watching you. At least not in that way. A good teacher will look at you and say, your hands don't look right. Try it this way. Right? Your shoulders are too high. Do that again. Let me go watch it and just see what, and we're scanning for the physical part of doing this work. Why don't you guitar neck down there? It makes this chord really hard. Put it up here. That is a key thing. So I warn you off YouTube and tablet if you're a guitar player. Very dangerous. But this is where apprenticeship comes in. And I'm a great believer in apprenticeship. Putting yourself in the presence of a living tradition bearer, if you can do it, is really important. And you should go out of your way to do it. You should do it more than once. And my time with the old people on both sides of the Kohan has made me who I am. I did this with white musicians and mountain musicians and old-time music in the 70s and early 80s, and I did it with black musicians in the 90s and 2000s in North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia. So hanging out with people who are old and have still got their sense is a good thing. I'm rapidly becoming one of those. But what I say about apprenticeship is that I believe in apprenticeship. And what we love changes us. You should let the music, the tradition, change you before you change it. The Africans have a proverb: the hand that gives is always above the hand that receives. So make sure you put your hand under. Right. And you're going to receive. The Catholic nun and artist and educator Creative Kent once said, to understand is to stand under, which is to look up to, which is a very good way to understand. So you submit in some way. Allow yourself to be changed. Now, for a tradition to survive, it has to fit in your mouth. It has to fit in your experience. It has to be suited to our times, which means it has to stay the same. It has to change. But before you rush in there and make a bunch of adjustments, take the time to really know what it is. Zora Neale Hurston, who's buried here in Florida at Fort Pierce, did a lot of collecting of stories and songs. And she would go and hang out in these camps, turpentine camps and lumber camps. And she would stay with the people she was learning from until she could sing the song the way they said, oh, that's how it goes. She would tell the story until they said, yeah, that's it. That's it. She was building a relationship, but also allowing herself to be changed by the material so she could deliver it the way they delivered it. Once that is done, and you have assent from the community, then you can present to someone else. Until that moment, you're still an apprentice. Now, I'm still an apprentice, but I have enough. I have compliments I can't repeat in polite company from black singers. And I wouldn't sing blues and talk about it were it not for my time with those old people. They made me who I am. I'm not the man I was raised to be. I'm not the Eagle Scout that I was. That's not I do still help old ladies across the street.